What's up, beautiful bestie? Welcome in to Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alicia. Thank you all so very much for being here with me. Y'all are the best. Thank you to everyone who's also been joining our membership over at Buy Me a Coffee, where y'all get to see these readings first. Our Good Vibe Tribe. Special shout out to all of y'all. Thank you so much for your continued support. It just means the world to me. You know that. I love you guys. I love everyone here. So yeah, don't worry if you're not there. I still love you. Yeah, so let's ring the sound bowl. Oh, actually, you know what? We're not ringing the sound bowl right away because I almost just got carried away and just started the reading and totally almost forgot what I've been picking up on. So I'm going to talk about that for a couple seconds here. Um, I got to tell you, someone here has recently seen something online, right? And this is what I'm picking up on. It could have been on social media, right? Or if not online, it could have been something that you heard through the grapevine and you had this gut feeling, okay? It was like, wait a second, are they talking about me? Are they talking about me? Spirit's coming through loud and clear and saying, yes, bestie, you were right. That shade was absolutely about you, okay? So here's the energy that I'm picking up. We've got an ex-lover, an old flame, maybe someone that you just once held in like really high regard. Okay, you love them. This person out here, they are super pressed right now. They are pressed. They're out here talking trash. Okay, and they're not doing it in secret. They're not even trying to hide it. They're doing it right out in the open. Okay, and definitely with other people. Okay, and I want to make something super clear here. This is not the copycat energy that we read on yesterday, I believe. This is not someone who's like trying to live your life. Okay. This is someone who can't handle the fact that you've moved on. So a little bit different here. They really hate that you're no longer giving them your attention. They hate that they're not relevant in your world anymore. And instead of sitting with this discomfort, instead of admitting that they miss you, they're out here flipping it into hate. Okay. This is what we're reading on today. It's giving, I hate you because you don't care about me. It's giving, I can't stop thinking about you, so I'm going to talk about you, kind of an energy, right? And Spirit says that they are jealous too. Okay. They're jealous of your glow up. They're jealous of the way that your life is unfolding. Okay, bestie. They're jealous of the good things that you've manifested since they've been out of the picture. Okay. They don't want to admit how they regret. They don't want to admit that they regret how they treated you. Okay. So instead, they're basically out here running their mouth, right? And so today, we're going to find out exactly what they've been saying, right? Why they're so bothered, and really what Spirit wants you to know about this whole messy situation. Because one thing is for sure, they're loud for a reason. And Spirit is ready to spill the truth. Okay. This is what I'm picking up on. So I am going to bring the sound bowl now and we'll call in Spirit. And then I'm going to ask some questions, starting off with, who is this salty ex? Let's find out. Here we go. Okay. Sorry, I didn't warn you there, right? Oops, that was a loud one. Spirit. Okay, I'm calling on Spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages. May they help us all on our journey towards our highest, and greatest good. That I didn't want to mix. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance, and protection for myself, for you, and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, Spirit, who is this salty ex that's been running their mouth about our beautiful collective? Oh, there's the Emperor. It's definitely a masculine energy that I was picking up on. Okay, it could be for some of you the divine masculine, not so divine masculine. There we go. Not so divine masculine. The devil. Okay, all right, give me the tea. Who is this? Three of Swords. Oh, Spirit's spelling it out. Spirit is spelling it out. Let me just get the rest. Three of Pentacles. What's at the bottom of the deck? Spirit, Seven of Pentacles. Okay, and Loki, Death. All right, so let me just pop this in and I will tune in. I don't know if it's going to fit. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay. All right. Okay, I'll just pop this here. Right. Okay. Okay, bestie, bestie, bestie. Look, we know that this is your not so divine masculine. Okay, we've got this. Ugh, I can't believe this pairing of the Emperor and the Devil. This person definitely has control issues. They've got ego issues, and Spirit's basically showing me that they're downright obsessed with you. Okay, this is what that is, right? The Three of Swords. That says that they're still carrying heartbreak over the ending, right? You may think they moved on, but no, they're hurt, they're bitter, and the wound definitely hasn't healed. So instead of dealing with it, they're letting it fester into this toxic energy. Yuck. Okay. Now, the Three of Pentacles, this is where things get a little bit messy. Like, this isn't just them sulking in silence, right? This person is bringing others into it. They're bringing other people into it. They're talking about you with friends and coworkers, basically whoever's going to listen, trying to build this little echo chamber around their pain. It's giving like group chats and late night convos and even public shade. Okay. And, the Seven of Pentacles here, it's Spirit showing me this person is just kind of waiting, like waiting for you to come back, waiting for you to break the silence, waiting for you to give them something. But Death at the bottom of the deck says it's over. Okay. Spirit's confirming the cycle is done. Okay. And yet they can't let it go. Right? They can't let it go. And here's the kicker, bestie. With this Devil in the mix, it's not just heartbreak here. This is lust. Okay. They're not only obsessing over you emotionally, they're lusting after you physically. Okay. The attraction is still very much alive, and it's tangled up with this bitterness. Okay. And I feel like that's why it feels so toxic right now. It feels like they hate you, but they want you. They talk trash, but they're craving your attention. So it's really a strange energy. So, at the end of the day, who is this? Who's this salty ex, whatever? It is the not so divine masculine. It is the ex that really couldn't handle you walking away. And now they're absolutely obsessed. They're heartbroken. They're lusting, and they're running their mouths to whoever's going to listen. Okay. So, bestie, my next question here is, well, what exactly have they been saying behind your back? I want to know, what have they been saying behind your back? Because they can't seem to get your name out of their mouth. I got to tell you that. They can't. And it is giving obsession. It's giving obsession. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, this is very interesting energy about what they've been talking about. What's underneath the deck here? The Lovers. What the what? All right, I gotta tune into this. Okay, bestie, this is wild. Spirit dropped the Ace of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and the Lovers, right? And I mean, which is definitely not trash talk on the surface, okay? But here's the gag. They are not telling the truth, obviously. They're projecting their own hidden feelings onto you. Let me explain, okay? In reality, this person still sees you as the one they could have built a whole life with, right? They know deep down that you're the blessing, okay? You're the opportunity. You were the fresh start that they blew, okay? They sit around fantasizing about like what could have been if they'd chosen differently. But do they admit any of that out loud? Absolutely not. Instead, what they're doing is flipping the script, okay? They're out here saying, oh, they're so obsessed with me. They can't let me go. They only do what they do because of me, when in reality, I mean, this is exactly how they feel about you. Okay. It's projection 101, right? They're telling their bestie, the only reason why they're shining now is because of me. Like, I made them. Okay. Maybe they're telling their coworkers, yeah, they post all that stuff online just to get my attention. Okay. And they're basically telling anyone who will listen, like, oh, they're just trying to prove they're good enough for me. Okay, bestie, let's be so for real. The Ace of Swords says they know the truth. Okay. They know they're lying, but their ego is so bruised that they'd rather flip the story than just simply admit that they miss you and that they regret what they did and that they're still in love. Okay. So, I mean, what are they saying? Basically, they're out here taking credit for your glow up. They're claiming that you're obsessed with them, and they're painting you as desperate. When in reality, Spirit's saying it's the exact opposite, okay? They're the ones obsessed. They're the ones lusting after you. They're the ones that are losing their damn mind, okay? So I want to know why they're so triggered by your glow up and your success. Okay, let's find out. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. King of Wands. Okay, what's this? What's this? Queen of Wands. Oh, there's a divine pairing there. Okay, what do we have? What's this? What's this? Page of Swords. Oh, bottom of the deck, Seven of Cups. Right. Okie doke. Bestie, Spirit just roasted this person with the Four of Pentacles reversed, okay? They're triggered because they lost control over you. They can't hold on to you anymore, right? They can't keep you in their grasp. And the second you slip through their fingers, their ego cracked, okay? That loss of power over you eats them alive, okay? And then Spirit drops this King and Queen of Wands together. Like, hello, that's the divine pair, right? This is what really burns them. Like, they know that you are their match, right? They know deep down you're meant to stand by, like, side by side, right? The two of you are building and glowing and leveling up together. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So instead of stepping into this power, they absolutely fumbled it, okay? And now they have to sit back and watch you shine without them. And that mirror is absolutely brutal for their pride, okay? It's just absolutely brutal. The Page of Swords here, you know, obviously they're watching you, okay? They're lurking, they're keeping tabs on you, they're scrolling through your socials, you know, they're asking about you to anyone that the two of you know, like any mutuals. And they're basically piecing together this story of your glow up, right? They're obsessed with the updates, and every new win you post is like another dagger to their ego. I also feel like if they're not, like, if this isn't online, like, I feel like they're driving by your house, they're driving by your work, you know, they're going to places that maybe the two of you used to go together to check to see what you're doing, what you're wearing, where you're going, who you're with. Like, it is full-blown obsession here, okay? And with this Seven of Cups under the deck, they're absolutely overwhelmed, okay? Your success, it basically has them spinning with all of these fantasies and illusions and comparisons. Like, they're jealous of the options that you have now, okay? They're jealous of the attention that you command, okay? All these opportunities that are opening up for you, they're jealous, okay? They're jealous. They're basically over here drowning in like all of these what ifs and all the what could have beens, you know? And instead of owning it, they are projecting bitterness, okay? So, you know, why are they so triggered? I mean, it's basically here because they lost control, right? They lost their divine counterpart. They're reduced to spying from the friggin' sidelines, and they're forced to watch you live the life that they know they could have had if they hadn't fumbled the bag here, okay? And it's wild because I feel like all of this, again, we've been talking like this is some kind of projection, right? I want to know, what do they secretly feel about you underneath all this like hate? Like the fire energy of the wands and the devil too, it gives like, it's like they're really passionate about their bitterness right now. Like they are bitter, bitter, bitter. Okay. All right. What do they secretly feel about you underneath all of this bitterness? Okay. What do they secretly feel about you underneath all of the bitterness? Ace of Wands. It's when I look at the Ace of Wands next to the devil, that is the lust energy, okay? The attraction, it's coming through pretty strong in this reading, actually. They're so attracted to you. They're definitely thinking about you during their alone time. Let's just say that, okay? You know what I mean. We have the Two of Swords. The Hierophant, okay. Six of Swords. What's at the bottom of the deck? Four of Swords. Lots of swords. Lots of swords here. And I'm going to pull this too because I feel like it's relevant to the Knight of Swords. All right, let's find out. Okay, bestie, we know this Ace of Wands, like, it's here because it's showing that the attraction that they feel for you is still here. It's still strong. It's fiery. It's undeniable, okay? No matter how much they front, okay, they're still lusting after you. That spark never went out, It never went out, right? But the Two of Swords, this it says that they've basically buried their feelings so deep, they won't even admit them like to themselves, right? They've blocked it out. They've honestly, this person's convinced themselves it's easier to stay in denial than to face the truth. Okay. And here's where it gets really interesting with the Hierophant. What they secretly feel is regret, but it's twisted. Okay, let me explain. They know that they were like the commitment phobe, like the avoidant, or the one that really couldn't meet you where you were. And I feel like all you really wanted from them was some kind of commitment. Like, let's take this seriously. Let's do the thing. I know you feel the same way I feel. Like, especially if this is talking about your twin flame, okay, especially. But here's the thing. Oh, sorry, y'all. I had a little bit of a a lump in my throat all of a sudden out of nowhere. Anyway, what was I saying? I feel like all you really wanted from them was that commitment, right? Okay. And I feel like, they're the ones that couldn't meet you where you were. Okay. And so now Spirit's showing me like this is exactly why they're so triggered now. I feel like it's because like you didn't just move on, right? You grew wiser. Okay. You may have become some kind of like teacher or guide or like a freaking expert on the very wounds that they carried. Okay, so some of you could have even built a platform from this pain, all right? Turning their avoidance into lessons and that maybe now help empower other people, okay? And that's the gag, right? When they're out here saying like, oh, they only made it because of me, there's like a sliver of truth to that, but not in the way that they think, okay? So I feel like you did make it because of them, but only because you had to heal from the chaos that they created. Okay, so I feel like you alchemized the heartbreak, right? You turned this painful situation into something powerful. You could have channeled it into some kind of creativity or like some kind of platform where, again, you're helping other people. And now you're out here standing in your power while they're stuck with the shame of being the case study. Okay, they were the case study for your glow up, for your success, right? And the Six of Swords here and the Four of Swords, I guess to me, it just kind of confirms that they hate that you've gone quiet, right? They hate that you've healed, that you've found peace, okay? That you moved into these calmer waters without them. Like your silence literally screams louder than anything that you could say. Okay. It really does. And the Knight of Swords under the deck, like this is the slip here. Okay. Their true feelings leak out sideways, right? It leaks out through their impulsive trash talking, through their bitterness, the chaos, right? They can't say, I miss you. I love you. I regret it. They can't say that stuff. So instead, they're lashing out. They're blurting your name into conversations that shouldn't even involve you. Okay. And so, and I feel like people are starting to clock it. Okay. People are starting to clock it. Right. But that's something different here. To answer the question, what do they secretly feel? It is lust. It is regret. And it's rage. It's rage at your silence. Okay. And deep beneath all of that, the humiliation, okay, of knowing that they taught you everything you needed to know about what you don't want, and you turned it into wisdom that they'll never be able to match at this point. Okay, so let me go ahead and see what Spirit wants, or how Spirit wants you to deal with this trash talk, okay? Because it's not pleasant. It doesn't feel good, okay? It really doesn't feel good. Let me see. How does Spirit want you to deal with the trash talk, okay? How does Spirit want you to deal with this? We have the Fool. How does Spirit want you to deal with the trash talk? We have the Eight of Cups. Okay. We have the Eight of Swords. My goodness. 8. Oh, the Knight of Cups. What's at the bottom of the deck? We have the Eight of Wands. 3 8s. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is interesting there. The Four of Wands. And I can't help but see this. I feel like we're definitely going to be extending this one because this is starting to go in a different direction. All right, let me see what we can pull out of this. Yeah. Okay, bestie, like Spirit's message here is pretty clear to me. The Fool is saying, keep moving forward, right? Like step into your new chapter lighthearted and free. Don't carry the baggage of their bitterness with you, all right? Their energy is heavy, but yours is fresh, all right? And the Eight of Cups shows Spirit saying it's time to keep walking away emotionally, right? You've already outgrown this story, and the more you detach, the more you reclaim your peace, okay? You don't need to look back, not right now, because what you've built for yourself is already brighter than anything that they could offer at this time, anyways, right? And the Eight of Swords, it's reminding us, like, don't get caught in the mental prison of overthinking what they're saying. Like, that trap isn't for you, okay? Their words don't define you. And Spirit says, like, you are free from their games the second you stop giving them real estate in your mind, right? And the Knight of Cups is kind of sweet, right? This is sweet. Like, this is your reminder to keep choosing love. You know, keep leading with your heart, with your creativity, with your gifts. Well, they're out here like slinging shade. Spirit saying your blessings come from staying soft and authentic and not bitter, okay? And with the Eight of Wands under the deck, I mean, momentum is really on your side here. Like, Spirit saying your life is moving fast, okay? Doors are opening and you're stepping into alignment. You know, their gossip is really, it's background noise, right? So your forward motion is unstoppable at this point, okay? So really, to wrap it all up here, Spirit wants you to stay light, you know, to keep walking forward. You know, don't get trapped in their mind games. Keep choosing love and keep moving fast into your future. Like, their words are powerless against your purpose, okay? But here's the thing, bestie. You know, we peeked under the deck even further, right? In Spirit, it showed me the Four of Wands, the Hangman, and the Page of Wands, which tells me there is so much more to this story, okay? Especially if this is resonating as being your twin, you know, there's so much more here, okay? There's something about foundation, okay? Reunion energy, a shift in perspective, even a message that hasn't come through yet. And this is exactly where we're headed in the extended, okay? Because it's going to be a whole other thing here. You know, because while they're out here talking trash, you know, Spirit's about to show us like what's really hiding underneath their moves, right? Their feelings and what their next steps are going to be when it comes to you, because it's not going to end here. It is not going to end here. Right now, they're just vying for your attention. They're in their bitter energy. It's not going to last, okay? Eventually, the feelings are going to rise up to the surface and they're going to have to deal with it, honestly, okay? So if you are into that, wanting to find out a little bit more, great. You can meet me in the extended. The link is always going to be posted to the pinned comment here, bestie. And of course, I do appreciate your energy exchange as always. It really does help me bring more readings out. It helps support the work that I do, and I highly, highly appreciate it. Also, I just wanted to say, you know, if you want to just keep moving forward, you know, and keep detaching and you don't really care at this time, that's great too. We will see you in the next reading. Like, thank you for being here. Thank you for spending time with me. You know, don't worry what they're saying. We all know the truth. They're out here like obsessing over you. So, you know, just shake it off and keep on moving. Okay. Keep on moving, bestie. You've got the opportunities and the alignment. It's coming through for you. Okay. So yeah, sending you lots of love. Thank you for being here. I know I said that, but I like to say it a lot. If you want to show any energy exchange, definitely you can do so by leaving me a comment. I love your comments. I love seeing how this resonates for you. And you can like the reading as well or share it. Or I keep forgetting about that hype up feature. That's a new thing. I don't know how that really works. So yeah, if you want to do that, go ahead, do it. But yeah, I don't even know how it works. I'll have to look into it. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to jump into the extended, and I am just sending you so much love. Thank you for being here. Bye. Okay, loves, let's jump right into the extended reading here. Let's get the tea. I mean, let's peel back those freaking layers, because this person, okay, what are this person's true feelings for you underneath all the hate? Like, let's get right down to it, okay? Underneath all the bitterness, let's peel back those layers. Again, thank you for your energy exchange. It means so much to me. Okay, here we go. What's underneath all of the bitterness, please, Spirit? What are the person's true feelings here? What are they? What are their true feelings? Let's get in there. Oh, there's death. Let's pick it up with death. Okay. We have the Queen of Swords. Three of Pentacles. Okay. True feelings here. Nine of Wands in the reverse. Okay. True feelings. True feelings Four of Cups, Three of Swords. Yes. This is revealing the pain. We're getting down to it, friends. We're getting down to it. Oh dear. Oh, you know what? I can't ignore this is also underneath the deck too. We're getting deep. We're getting down deep. We're getting down deep. Okay, let's find out. Oh, this is a little bit. Sorry, y'all. Let me just adjust this. Okay, wow. I mean, Spirit is cutting straight to the core here, straight to the core. We're finally getting the true feelings here. Starting with death, okay? It shows us that this person, you know, they know the connection is over in the physical world, right? But in their heart, it's never ended, okay? That transformation forced them to face what they lost, and it haunts them.